Okay, the next technique we're going to look at is the stop kick. Stop kick looks like this. I'll show real quick. We stand in our normal stance. We use a diagonal step. Diagonal step to go over here. And as I go, instead of just bringing my foot in, changing the position of my body, what I'll do is I'll kick over there and quickly retreat. Go forward kick and retreat. Forward kick and retreat. Show the other side. So again, for the diagonal step, remember that, think of a line that runs between you, through your heels, and you step on that line. So here's the line, and now instead of bringing the foot in, just setting it down, I'm going to kick and retreat, kick and retreat, kick and retreat. That's the basic drill. I show this from the side. It looks like this. Go forward, or like diagonally forward, and as I would sit down with the rear leg, instead I kick. So again, what we're using here is weight transfer. I'm transferring my body weight forwards, and as the body weight stops, the energy continues into the leg. Okay? Important here when you kick that you're stable. This cannot happen. Okay? Neither can something like this. Okay? I really have to have control. From the knee strikes, you should have stability already on one leg. Okay? And when you now do the kick, also when you kick, bring back your leg to this position to really train your control, because what you don't want is to set up like this, for example, or to do only a half kick because you have to set up in the back. So instead kick, be stable here and be able to go wherever you choose. Yeah? Kick here and walk over there. It has to be possible. Okay, I kick here. Normally I'll go back. That could also be that one time I need to go over here. And so I cannot be slave to my own kick. Okay, I have to be the master of the kick. So for the footwork that you need for the stop kick, we need the diagonal step. So you can start out like this, just standing parallel, and then do a diagonal step, just like we did in the footwork drills, in the stepping drills. This step you need. The backwards diagonal step. And again, this is a little difficult to show without a partner, but the basic idea is that I start out in front of the opponent, I use a diagonal step, so now the opponent has to angle and come towards my way here, and I step off in the opposite direction, which should hopefully give me enough space and time now that I can kick. So I can kick, and then I can retreat again. And the drill that we do where we step forward to kick, and then step backward, really we train it like this mostly so we have a flow, so we can do repetitions. Yeah? But really, in this drill, I am closing the gap towards the opponent, and then I'm making distance again. And normally, I would not step towards the opponent. They would come towards me, I would kick into their advance, and then I would retreat again. So you can think that for this to work, I'd first have to evade, and then kick to where the opponent is then. And I'm going to put here in the corner a little icon that you can click. It'll take you to some videos on my Facebook page where you can see how the stop kick actually is applied. So coming now to our third long range technique that we train. And this is the mule kick. So I'll show you the mule kick. Basic idea is very simple. I stand like this, and now I'll lift one leg off the ground, so all my weight is on the other leg. And I will tilt my body forward, and you can already see what starts happening, is that my foot is going backwards. Okay, so it's like a pendulum motion. It's very similar to what we use to generate power for the knee strike, only now it's in the opposite direction. This kick is a bit unusual. It's not as common, not as clear-cut either as the other techniques I'm showing, like the elbow strikes and stuff like this. But I really like to train this kick because it gives you the other side of this really important hip forward motion. It gives you the other side of that. Okay, and to finish the explanation of how the mule kick works, so weight is on one leg, I tilt forwards and I shoot my leg out towards the rear, and I'm hitting with the heel. Yeah? So this is the basic mechanic is this, mule kick, because you've seen how a horse or a mule kicks backwards, kind of like this. It's a very powerful kick. You have the entire leg extending, yeah? All these big muscles. And then you also have this hip motion that adds really a lot of power to the kick. So this kick is the excellent kick to stop somebody even that's charging into you. Very powerful. And to show the actual drill, so for the actual drills you stand both feet next to each other. And now I'm going to look over, let's say, my right shoulder as my left leg takes a small step backwards. And then I'm going to do the mule kick the whole time looking over my shoulder. So I can see where I'm kicking. And the other important thing is, when you train it, make it a habit to bring forward the arm on the side that you're kicking. And it's very simple, so I want to stay nice and compact. And what I don't want to train in this drill is to start turning here, my upper body. There are also nice side kicks like this, but right now we're training the mule kick, okay? And the mule kick keeps you nice and straight. And so bring this arm forward, like an elbow strike, or if you're doing chun, like a lancao, as you look. And one more detail, after the kick, bring your knee back into this position, which is kind of the ready, the chambered position that always teaches us to keep balance when we kick, when we have one leg off the air, off the ground. Okay, I show you the other side, so look over my left shoulder, step back a little bit, mule kick. Left shoulder, right leg steps, mule kick. Knees here again, okay? Mule kick. And knees here again. And you can do a variation. Instead of stepping backwards a little bit, you step to the front a little bit and do the same mule kick. Yeah, so it's like this. And the kick works in both ways. Yeah, so you can also do a step like this. Show the other side again. And for the mule kick, the idea really is, if you were ever in a situation where you're facing this way and somebody charges from behind you, or like kind of from this area, that you know, if you're lucky enough, you notice it because they're screaming or whatever. I want to fucking kill you. Okay. So I look, and then depending on how far the opponent is, either I step backwards for more power. Yeah? Or if they're getting close, maybe I step forwards and just do the kick like this. And the kick can go just to the leg, for example. Excellent tool to stop the opponent. Or if you do it with more power, it can go also high. Yeah? The important thing is, like in the Wing Chun kicks, it travels from the ground up, 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 so that the whole time, if I start here and the opponent is close, I should get him there. If he's further away, I'm going to get him a little higher. And maybe one more important point here to mention for the kicks. So both the stop kick as well as the mule kick, they hit with the heel, okay? Generally, hitting with the heel makes for the easiest kicks. If you have to use the side of your foot or the toes or anything like this, it's more complicated, it takes longer to learn. Okay, having done the basic mule kick, let's look at some variations. So one nice variation I like to train is in combination with the stop kick. So I slide forward, stop kick, step back, mule kick. Okay? Forward, stop kick, step back, mule kick. Stop kick, to the mule kick. Other side, stop kick, to the mule kick. Stop kick, to the mule kick. Yeah, please don't think that I'm showing you this with the intention that, you know, there's multiple opponents, and so one guy comes at you and you kick him, bam, and the other guy comes, bam. Okay, it's just a drill. It's just a drill to get you used to using the different techniques and different combinations, moving your body in different dimensions, different axes. You know? The whole point is just for you to learn to get better. For example, in the beginning, this is pretty difficult to keep your balance here the whole time. And it's also something that I still train the whole time. Yeah? Okay, so having done then the stop kick to mule kick combination, again here make sure that when you kick, The mule kick, bring the leg back here. Yeah? Kick, mule kick, swing it back up here. Kick, mule kick, and swing it back up here. And here, like if you get a bit wobbly, that's not that bad, yeah? Like I can be a bit wobbly if I have my body in a really nice compact position. Where you don't want to be wobbly is out here. And so, having done then the stop kick and mule kick combination, we'll do a front knee. So far I think we haven't really done this yet. Front knee to mule kick. Knee to mule kick. And again, this is just for you to get the feeling that both motions use a very similar method of power generation, which is not the rotation, but the bending, the tilting of the upper and lower body. I always think of this as kind of like a pendulum motion, and this can be used really well for force generation for certain techniques. You could also train something like this, mule kick to the knee strike. Mule kick to the knee strike. So I just realized that I forgot one drill. I already took my shoes off, but I still want to show this. So for the mule kick, you can also start with a rear knee, set off in the rear, and mule kick, set off in the front. Rear knee, set off in the rear, mule kick, set off in the front. Knee, mule kick. Knee to mule kick. Rear knee to the mule kick. Knee to the mule kick. Okay, so then you have both variations of the mule kick. The one where you step backward, kick, and the one where you step forward. You can also combine it with the knee strikes, no? Because in the one, I have my kicking leg in the rear, and with the other, I have the kicking leg in the front.